Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and we're back once again with another review and continuing our look at the new UnitRoborn line that's part of the Machine Robo universe made by Bandai. This is TaxiTree and BeetleSteamengine. Yes, I know these are creative names. As you remember from our previous review, these are a new form of combining transforming toys that have a spring-loaded gimmick. Compared to the ones in the previous review, like Eraser Jet and Shark Vending Machine, these are a little bit bigger and a little more involved. So, there's that going on. Now, like those, I got them from Amazon Japan, but the entire line, including some of the figures coming in September, are available for pre order over at Big Bad Toy Store right now. So, definitely, if you're curious about giving them a shot, you do have your options. And I really went into more detail in the first review about where I would recommend ordering them from. So, we're going to pause and we're going to take a look at Beetle Steam Train. Okay, as with the other figures in this line, there's one that does the lion's share of the work, and that's clearly going to be the Steam Train, which is very nice. Very indicative of the GoBot Machine Robo. I think in GoBots it was called Loco, and in Machine Robo, I think it was called Train Robo or Steam Robo, but very, very nice, very indicative of that type of look. So maybe this is how we're going to see the little nods to the history of Machine Robo. And then here we just have a standard horn beetle. Now, obviously, if you're familiar with Bandai, they have their legendary Kamen Rider series, which does sometimes use beetle motifs, grasshopper motifs. The beetle is is I would say almost the national insect of Japan, if they have such a thing. Very beloved, respected. It's a sign of good luck. So no real articulation with it, or at least none that's functional in beetle mode or designed for beetle mode. As I said, the train can roll. So all that's really left now is to do the combination. As we've seen before, you have the male receiving tab and the female clip. So you just want to match it up like so. The horn will go towards the rear. Make sure you really plug it down, because that does, as you can see, open up the head, the mouth there, flip out a back section, but there's a lot more transformation to do. Next, you want to fold out this section, give it enough space so you can fold down the beetle legs around the frame there. And just to make sure, stick your hand in the mouth, press down, make sure you have it snap completely into place, that the jaw opens. And I don't know if that's part of the gimmick, but it does have a little spring there. You can come around the back here and flip out this tail all the way, and then come around the sides, flip down what will be the legs in animal mode, just like so. And there we have it. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a dragon or some sort of other type of monster, but it's there. I'm going to go with like dragon over a dinosaur, just because I think dragons are maybe a little more popular in Japan. Well, dinosaurs are too, but I don't know. But again, it has that music, the motif for the line, the music. So you have that equalizer imagery right there on the rear legs, on the side of the torso. Again, I don't know if this is like something that can be scanned by one of the little companion figure. I'm not really sure about that. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, right there in the front is the UnitRobo logo, the abbreviation that we've seen. So yeah, very nice. Now to reset, first what you want to do is remove the beetle head. That will just close right back up on itself. Flip the legs back in. I recommend doing the back legs first. I'm not sure if there's really any order. Flip the tail in, fold it up, hold it down, because you're going to come in and collapse this section, and that's what will hold it down in place. So yeah, there you go. We're back to where we started. And now let's come in and take a look at TaxiTree. Okay, so here's TaxiTree. And in my opinion, this is my favorite of Wave 1 that I've gotten. Like I said, I passed on Apple Lobster and Burger Bulldozer just because they didn't look that appealing. And apparently because of their curved surfaces, they do have a harder time staying connected. So in terms of the play value, those are a little one step behind these guys. But I'm just going to say this right now, and I'm calling it. I think as we get closer to the holidays, you will see that TaxiTree is either going to be repainted or retooled into a Christmas theme. Because this is an evergreen, it is a Christmas tree. So they can either retool this to have ornaments on it, or just repaint it with like white garland and lights and stuff like that. And then this little guy right here, the taxi, that can be redone in a couple different ways. But I think the best one would be doing it as a sleigh. Like a whole new mold piece here that's a sleigh. But that's, I mean, but whatever they do, I'm calling it. I think that's what they're going to do. It'll probably be some sort of Tamashi web exclusive or whatever, but it's just there. And before we get into the combination, I do want to put a special thank you out to my good friend Proto Man, who really has been was the first one to reveal these publicly, at least on this side of the world, and just just seeing how cool they were. You're just using the teaser photos and stuff, and he actually even showed the in-store display. He shared a photo from Japan about how this is getting a big push, and believe it or not, I don't know if it's just one of the figures or the whole line. #1 selling toy on Amazon Japan right now. So there you go. But to start the combination, what you want to do here is come in underneath the tree, push up the base. Make sure when you're going back you pull that out, but not too far. This can slide off all the way. This will reveal the connecting ports. And then just line it up with the taxi, click it in, and there we go. To continue the transformation, you want to flip out and rotate what will be the feet forward. Come in on the sides of the taxi, flip down the dinosaur arms, and you can, of course, open the mouth. Now, got to give a tip of the hat to fellow reviewer Piog, who's reviewed this figure already, and basically came up and was adamant that why they didn't even think of this, the name Tree Rex. How could you not do Tree Rex? I mean, that's just perfect. And what is nice is, since this is based on the Tyrannosaurus Rex, you do see that the natural curvature, this is the modern interpretation of how a T-Rex would stand. Not up like this. And it can't even stay like this, but, oh, can it? No. But leaning forward like that. You do see again here that equalizer motif, the coloring, the balance, and there's the UnitRobo logo on both sides. The taxi, just has right there in the front. I forgot to check. Does that? Yeah, no, there's no UnitRobo logo on the actual taxi itself, but yeah, I like it. I think this is fun. What I'm hoping for, if they do the Christmas repaint retool, which I'm pretty sure that's throwing money away if they don't, give this head some antlers or something, like make it look more like a giant monster reindeer. I don't know. But to reset, again, separate the two halves, flip up the arms, close the head, rotate the dinosaur head back in, and this will form the taxi. Snap everything. By the way, I do want to mention that some of these smaller ones, the plastic does feel a little cheap and hollow, but it's because of the gimmick. They want to, the lighter the plastic, the less pressure on the springs to do the gimmick and to open up, stuff like that. Oh, I just pressed the button there, but yeah, but I mean, it does feel. I'm not afraid of this breaking. That's the important thing. Reset the tree, bring these feet back in, then straighten out everything that it snaps into place. Make sure again to come in underneath and just gently press on that base there so that the connector ports recess, and you can sit the tree up flat looking like a tree. So we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Like I said in the beginning, I really like the UnitRoborn line. And again, sometimes it's translated Robone, UnitRobone, but it's UnitRoborn. It's right off the packaging. But I really dig it. I am looking forward to see how they're going to keep this gimmick fresh. Because I'll be honest, it can get boring very quickly. The same combining, flipping out, stuff like that. I know in the next wave, there's going to be a bus and a pineapple that turns into a dog of sorts. That one I'm not really feeling, but the one I am definitely feeling is a cake and an ambulance. And that forms some sort of bear. And I almost want to say the ambulance looks like to be a retool of the taxi there, so we'll have to see that. There is, again, no cross compatibility with these due to the nature of how they combine and what the gimmick is, but it's just a lot of fun. Definitely check a couple of these out. I spoke in the first video about the differences between Amazon Japan and Big Bad Toy Store. Amazon Japan, you can get these now. Yet the retail price is a little bit cheaper. Obviously, the shipping is going to be more, but when you factor in the speed of shipping you would get it from, and then look at Big Bad, it's actually going to, and to do that comparable speed of shipping, because using the $4 flat rate, you're not going to get these as quickly as you would as using the DHL. So you would have to spend more, and then the prices actually come about are comparable. So yeah, I mean there is that, but it's ultimately up to you. I definitely be looking to get more of these. I'm more excited for these figures than what we have coming in Legacy, especially seeing as how the early reviewers are probably going to have Wave 3 of Legacy done before the Wave 2 Deluxes are even close to being at saturation or even found at retail. So there's that. But that's about it for the review for Beetle Steam Train and TaxiTree, otherwise known as Tree Rex. Oh, we will see you next time.